Well, hello there, everybody. This is your host, Scorpion LLXP Sports, coming at you on March 1st, almost a month later, and we're going to be talking about the Cleveland Cavaliers and how they beat the Boston Celtics. What does this mean for the rest of the season, and can they take Boston into a 7-game series? So, starting off, we're going to start with the great win of the Cleveland Cavaliers. They crushed it in the fourth quarter. I was very, very impressed. I was so angry in the beginning of it. I really was. But I stuck around because I knew, Boston would get hot and they'd kind of slow down a little bit, especially without Porzingis and Drew Holiday. So they had two of their key defenders out. Big deal about the Celtics this year really has just been the Tatum and Brown duo. I mean, they've been unstoppable. I mean, they were unstoppable yesterday, and they still lost. If their bench could have produced anything, the Cavs could have been in trouble, and they didn't. The Cavs held their own against them. DeAndre Hunter, I thought, played very, very well against the Celtics. Mobley was pretty bare until the fourth quarter where he showed. Donovan Mitchell is that guy. Donovan Mitchell is the guy, and it's time for people to put some respect on his name. He has been crushing it all year, and even on the games where you look at the stat sheet and you're like, oh, well, he hasn't really done that much. He's crushing it. He is making spectacular plays and passes like you wouldn't believe. He is the leader of this team. He is a major asset and the best player on the Cavs for a reason. And you had to guard Tatum, White, and Brown. Those were your three guys, and they could not stop Tatum. They couldn't stop Brown. They held White in check for the most part. Now they're going to have to prove it if they make it that far in the 7-game series against these guys with a Porzingis, with a Drew Holiday. But I don't want to be a Debbie Downer and be like, oh, they can't take him. They could totally take him. It's close. The games where the Cavs and the Celtics play are always close. There's not a single blowout. There isn't. The Cavs got blown out by OKC like 2 months ago. That was their worst loss of the year. They have been playing very, very good basketball. The Celtics need to get healthier, which is very difficult because Porzingis is made out of glass. I don't care. I hate that people always have to bring him up. I get he's a great player, but he's only a good player if he's on the court. I'm sorry, he's not on the court that much. Oh, but he averages 20 points a game. Yeah, that's freaking marvelous when he's on the court. He wasn't on the court. And Boston fans can say any excuse that they want. Oh, we didn't have him. We didn't have this. We didn't have that. I didn't hear a freaking word when the Cavs didn't have three of their guys out. I didn't hear when they didn't have Okoro, Wade, Strus, LeVert, any of those guys. All those guys were out on one game or another. And it didn't matter then. But no, we're supposed to cry me a river when Porzingis is out. I don't care. This Cavs team is different. From this year to last year, the difference is night and day. They are one of the top defenses in the league. I believe they are the number one scoring offense in the league. I do not fact check me on that. Fact check me on that. I'm not 100% sure. But they have killed it all year with Mitchell, Garland, Ty Jerome still playing great. I think they should have given him a little bit more time yesterday. I thought Strus played good defense. I thought his offensive game was a little lacking yesterday. I think overall, yesterday showed that the Cavs can hang around in there for a full series against the Celtics. Because they were down by 22, and Tatum literally was running his mouth, get the fuck out of here, and, all that jazz and all that crap. Well, I hate to break it to you, but the Cavs left. They got out of there with a win. They got out of there with a W, and that was it. You you can't be talking all that smack early on in a game like that is destined to set you up to lose, for failure. If you're gonna talk that crap early, you better be the most confident team that you're gonna win, or else it's gonna look real bad, real bad. And it wasn't that. So that's really it on that. I mean, Tatum, shut your mouth, bro. I mean, you lost. Deal with it. Boston fans, shut your mouth. You lost. Get over it. We lost to you. We got over it. To think that Boston does not think that we can take them to a 7-game series is laughable. Oh, but last year. Well, guess what? This is a different year. This is a different team. If you think that your guys are just going to sweep us, then you clearly haven't been watching the Cavs. Until yesterday. Like, the only time they ever tune into the Cavs is probably when they play them. That's it. Because I can guarantee you this. The Cavs have played some damn good basketball. I've been watching them all year. I haven't seen other teams as much as I would like. I know, like, I try and keep track with all NBA teams as much as I can. It's very difficult. But paying attention to the Cavs, I mean, they just crushed it, dude. Donovan Mitchell playing hero ball is perfect. He is the perfect guy for doing that. He needs to do more with that. He needs to play more hero ball when there is a situation like that. And there will be more situations like that against the Celtics or another contending team, you know, an OKC or anything like that. He will be doing that stuff. My big issue is who else is going to step up. You have Ty Jerome, who has played remarkably well, in my opinion. I think he has what's the word? I don't want to say overvalued. That doesn't sound right. He has been lights out this whole year. This whole year he has been lights out. He's been the high man on some of the games. I think Garland's done really well. I think my only criticism right now against the Celtics probably have to be Allen. Allen gets into foul trouble. And Mobley got into some as well, but Mobley came back in the fourth quarter where Allen didn't. And that really concerns me going forward. Not to say that I don't think Allen's a great player. Allen is a fantastic player. We love to have him. Sometimes he just gets into foul trouble. Overall, this team has been all up. There have been a very minimal downs of this team this year. I mean, you got their biggest weakness was not getting a wing, and they got DeAndre Hunter, and they have been undefeated since they got him. And he played great yesterday. Unsung hero of yesterday's game probably will be Isaac Okoro. I thought he was excellent in shutting down Hauser, White, and getting in there on the threes. I thought he played a very good game. The stats won't show it, of course, but I thought he played great overall. You know, for the very limited minutes that they have him playing. You know, that's the kind of stuff you want from an Okoro or something like that. And that's what an Okoro gives you. So I'm so tired of hearing this excuse of, oh, well, the Cavs can't beat us. The Cavs only beat us because of this. They only beat us because of this. Accept the loss. It's okay. I mean, it's not a big deal. You guys are still the frickin' Celtics, all right? Like, who cares? But take your loss on the chin. It's fine. I mean, we've done it. The few times it's happened this year, we've done it. You know what? It's been fine. The Cavs have rallied from those losses and crushed it. They have just crushed it in every facet of the word. They lose, they somehow get better with that stuff. And it's really, really, really good to see. The team chemistry has built so much over this course of the season. Everyone's starting to like each other more. Atkinson definitely is going to win Coach of the Year. I mean, incredible. Just absolutely incredible. It's the best record so far, I believe, in franchise history. Um, I mean, can't get much better than that. The only thing that we're missing is a championship. And you need to, and I'm not saying they're going to go, I'm not going to jinx anything. Take care of business in the playoffs. If you see, when you see Boston in the playoffs, you got to take it to them. You're going to have to win a game away. You're going to need to win a game away. That is going to be an issue. But last night showed me that it can be done. Don't have to be pretty, but if you get the win, you get the win. A win is a win. Don't matter how you get it, it's a win. And, that is the make of a team that is going to be the number one seed in the NBA. Period. There is no other team other than Boston and OKC that I am at all concerned with in the playoffs than them. Those are the only two teams that I am very concerned about. I'm so concerned about the Celtics. You got to take them in 7 games. You have home court advantage. You have to take one on the road. You cannot just rely at the home. You have to win on the road. And it was really refreshing to see that you can win in Boston. I think that this is the start of a great thing going forward. I think a rivalry is starting to brew with the Cavs and the Celtics. Kind of like Cavs and Golden State almost a decade ago. It's going to be like that again. And I can't wait because Cavs are young and they're talented, and the Celtics are always talented and they're always good. It's really annoying. So I'm hoping the Cavs can get the better of them because I think a lot of people would take the Cavs over the Celtics. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. You have to read the comments on that one. I think the Cavs are gonna crush it this year even more. After this statement win, they're going to probably just cruise on to the playoffs. Just cruise on down and just worry about whatever then when playoff time starts. Because you can do whatever you want at this point. You just beat the champs. You got to do it again. You got to do it a few more times if you see them. Anything other than the finals and a finals appearance and a heartbreaker. Like you would have to you can't get smoked in the first round and say this year was a success. You can't. It's a failure. Even with Atkinson as a first-year head coach, you need to make the finals, or worst case scenario, you lose the Eastern Conference Finals to Boston in a heartbreaker, like back and forth, 4-3, and they take one on you. And all games are close. You can't get spanked. And the Cavs this year have not gotten spanked except for one game. So I think this is the time where they can kill it. Where actually analysts are starting to be like, oh, this team can do something. Oh, this team's actually good. Oh, we should have paid attention more to the Cavs. Yeah, I think you should have paid more attention to the Cavs. Because they are the best team in the NBA. Their starters are great. Their bench is great. It's the best bench in the league. I don't know whose bench is better. They know how to... Their ball movement is immaculate. Their shot making is also immaculate at times. Sometimes it can be ice cold. But when it's hot, it is tough to stop. The team chemistry is unmatched. Show me a more complete team than the Cavs right now. I will wait. I could tell you who it ain't. And it ain't the Celtics. They're not a complete team. They're not. You can't have a complete team when one of your better players is always hurt. That's not a complete team. You can spin that any way you want. If they are hurt all the time, it is not a complete team. The best the best ability is availability. You have to be on the court and be there for your team. You know, you have to have your stars play, and I think it would have been better to see Porzingis play. I would have liked to see how Mobley would have handled him in a regular season matchup instead of a playoff matchup, because now the next time Mobley is going to have to play him is most likely going to be in the playoffs, and I don't like that. But the series is tied. I don't remember what the rest of our schedule looks like, but I know it isn't bad. Anyone that wants to say that the Cavs are, cakewalking or they're overrated or they're a regular season team, if you haven't watched the Cavs. If that is truly how you feel, then you have not watched the Cavs. They're not a regular season team anymore. The guy that made them a regular season team is on another team, and that's J.B. Bickerstaff. No hate or any smack towards Bickerstaff. He is a great coach. No hate, but Atkinson's just better. He's a better prepared coach, and I just keep thinking, how far can this team go with him as a head coach? And the confidence that this team has is not the same confidence than they had last year. You ask Evan Mobley who he thinks the best player is in the next 5 years. Last year, he probably just says Wemby and that's it. He doesn't even put himself in that conversation. But because of how confident he's gotten this year, how he's making threes, he's dunking on people, he is not afraid to get in people's face and get into the paint. He's making the plays. He's actually putting himself in that conversation of best players in the next 5 years. That is a huge accomplishment for him if he can manage to do it. Will he do it? I don't know. Only time will tell. But right now, it is looking like it. It really is. I mean, unless there's a big drop-off, if something bad really happens. Mitchell is the star of the team, but Mobley is the key. Garland is the shot maker. You have all of these different pieces and components. Mitchell's the star. Darius is the star. But Mobley's the key to making this team from playoff contender to regular season team to finals appearance to NBA champion. He's the key. Because he needs to be a great all-around player. He needs to be good on offense and defense. And right now, he's winning Defensive Player of the Year. Cannot tell me otherwise. Now that Wemby's out, which I hope he gets better. I think he will. I hope that he really does recover. He's a really good player to watch. I respect him. Everyone around the league respects him. So Wemby, I hope you get better. But as of right now, I think Mobley is running away with Defensive Player of the Year this year. After not getting it when he was a rookie over Scotty Barnes. I think that this team is ready. They're poised for a championship. It's been a long time. We can do this. We need to kill it. We need to kill this thing. Get it done. Get it over with. Get the regular season done and over. You might drop a few here or there. It don't matter now. You are, I believe, 6 or 7 games ahead for number one, the number one seed. So as long as you don't have a massive collapse, you got that number one seed locked down. So you got this. Guys, it's going to be doing it for me. This has been your host, Scorpion LXP Sports. And you guys have a good one, and please stay safe.